What's up, and welcome to the Conjecturing Podcast. I'm your host, Laura, and joining me tonight, we've got Rob
Hey, what's up, everybody?
and Greg.
Hey, what's going on?
Greg, I gotta say, your background is bumming me hard right now.
Look how happy they look. What do you mean it's bumming you
Well,
hard?
I mean, yeah,
Look at this.
but
Look at the halo.
can you
Peep the
tell
halo.
everyone what it is? So that
Oh
they
yeah,
can
it's Charlie and
sad
what's the
with
other
you?
dog from All Dogs Go to Heaven? They are in their little angel outfits.
Oh,
They're floating in the sky in heaven. They've got the little halos above. They couldn't be happier, you know?
I
So,
must have watched that movie on repeat when I was like 4.
I
I
really,
just,
I really don't even remember that movie. Like, I know I've seen it like back in the
oh,
day,
it's
and I think
heart-wrenching.
actually, I think I watched it
oh,
recently with my son for some reason. But like, I don't. Is it like sad? Is it sad?
it's
Like, I
too
mean, I
sad.
mean, clearly
Oh yeah.
dies, but it's sad. My top one of like freaking cartoon animal ones that make me cry every time is the Fox and the Hound. The
Mm,
Fox and the Hound to me always makes me
Hmm.
cry when like he has to
yeah.
leave and he's by himself and he's like just howling because he's so sad. I cry every time in that, but
Yeah.
I don't remember
I mean,
crying
there's
at
a lot of very sad dog movies. I don't even want to talk
Oh yeah,
about
yeah.
Old Yeller and Marley
Oh
and
yeah,
Me. Like,
yeah.
nope,
Mhm.
nope, nope, nope.
What's that one with Will
Uh,
Smith where he's like in the apocalypse and it's just him and his dog?
oh,
I Am Legend, I
Oh,
think it
I Am Legend.
was.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Oh,
All
okay.
movies we
Well, we
maybe should have
haven't.
watched instead of this
Yeah,
movie, but we'll see.
we'll get there. Let me even announce the movie we're
Oh
doing.
yeah,
Oh, we
that's
haven't
true.
done that.
All right,
I
all right.
always do that. So we're going to be talking about another new movie, 2025's Good Boy, not to be confused with 2022's Good Boy, the Norwegian film of the same
Which
name,
which
which we should
we
be
need
talking about
to talk
instead.
about because I guess compared to this movie, it's fucking bonkers.
It
So
really
get ready,
is.
everybody, for
You
back-to-back
know
Good
you
Boy
don't.
episodes.
Yeah. Oh man. So this movie was directed, written, produced all by the same guy, basically. Ben Leonard.
Hmm.
Saying that right? You know me and my
Okay.
names. I don't know why
Yep.
these guys still want me doing all the names, but
Well, that's exactly why. For
That's
what
exactly why.
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And the movie stars Indy as himself, the dog Indy,
Yeah, there he is.
and also
Oh.
Indeed.
stars Shane Jensen as Todd, the owner.
Hmm.
And this had a $70,000 budget and made 8.5 million at the box office.
Yeah, this
Wow.
movie was like for a while when it came out, like all everybody was talking about was this movie.
Yeah.
You
Did
know,
Yeah.
it did it hit the theaters? I don't even remember it being
it
there.
it did have a small. I wouldn't say it was
Limited
it
release.
would. I don't know if it was a limited release because I feel like it was everywhere, but it had a small
Yeah.
theater release. Like it was
A
only in
window.
theaters for like a month or two, and then it kind of went on like streaming.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think
yeah.
you're
Gotcha.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the thing about this movie that I think most people know is that the director, this is his dog, Indy's his dog, and it took I think he said it took them 3 years to make this movie. They only
Whoa!
shot
Wow.
1 or 2 scenes a day.
Holy shit! I
Um,
didn't know that. That's crazy.
yeah, and obviously Indy does not have a stunt double. It's always Indy.
Mm.
So just a lot of training went into it. There have been so many interviews with this guy, and he swears that Indy never felt anything but happiness and giddiness. He was not scared. Anytime that it seems like maybe he's scared in the movie, it was just a trick to get him to like tilt his head a certain way and open his eyes really big. But it's like they had it like a squeaky
Mm.
duck in the background.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
they're
they
not like
added
putting on
in
like a
like
Michael
the
Myers mask like behind the camera to like freak him out.
exactly, and then they
Okay.
added
That's
in
funny.
like the dark shadows and like
Hmm.
rain and all the scary sounds after, just to make it look
Mm.
intimidating. So,
Well,
um,
real quick on that. What about like the scene where he's like barking incessantly because he thinks his owner is gone, and it's almost like the dog is crying in that scene. Don't tell me that wasn't real. That
That
was
probably was
okay,
true.
abuse.
Yeah,
so
that was abuse.
my
Abuse.
background is actually of my dog
Oh
Kona.
yeah,
This is
Laura's
Kona.
dog.
Mm-hmm. So
Kona's a
cute.
very good girl. Kona is very happy, and she barks. I mean, if I don't know, like if the mailman walks by, who she's seen every day for 3 years, she barks like she's
Hmm.
so upset. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess
maybe
Okay.
they had a mailman outside. They had a mailman stand
yeah,
outside.
there was something that they know that
They had to
Indy
pay his
barks
wages
at.
for 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That, by the way,
Oh
that seems like a
man.
risk. Like, if you're filming for 3 years, like, what if the dog breaks his arm or he just, I don't know, doesn't look the same? I didn't notice any difference, but
Oh yeah, no. I didn't
like,
realize it took that long. That's crazy. 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Good on him then, man. Good on
Yeah.
him.
yeah, good boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
To the director. Good boy.
all of them, all the boys.
We're patting everybody on the head. Good job. Yeah.
I mean, Indy really is a good boy, though. That's just.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
We were
yeah.
talking on our Discord before we before I watched the movie. Laura said she was gonna cry during this movie, and then I had the comment of asking like, "Wait, is this a male dog or a female dog?" Because, male dogs, I might be a little more sentimental about. So, but Laura did not
Oh,
like
look
that
at this
comment.
sweet angel. Look at Kona. She's
Oh,
a
that's right.
sweet.
Kona's a girl, right?
Kona's a girl.
Yeah. Okay. So I halfway
Where,
care. Okay.
where did that originate from? Was that because like when you guys had a kid, you didn't have a daughter, so you're like, who cares about girls? Like,
No, it all this is like all stems back to our Train to Busan episode where
oh
like the
right,
ending of
right.
Train to Busan is a little girl, and I said like I didn't feel fully invested in that because it
Oh,
wasn't a little boy, and Laura took it as like I hate like females now. I hate female characters.
you know what? I'm gonna need everyone to find that episode and listen to it if you haven't, and I guarantee you will be outraged.
No, no.
I
Apparently, it
truly,
extends
that
to
was
the
like the
animal
moment when
kingdom.
I just was like,
Hmm.
fuck this guy. I think from that episode on, I just
Wow.
continuously come at you hard in most
Probably
episodes
that's why. Yeah,
because I
yeah,
am
Yeah.
just, I'll never forgive
yeah.
you for that.
Yeah, you're like
I
you're like
really
a
will.
rabid
I'll
dog
never.
coming at me. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah.
Any like times that I would go at Greg just stopped after that episode because I was like,
Oh
no,
yeah,
this is
Yeah, you
all
definitely put a pause on that.
tunnel
I
vision.
know.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
let's get into the movie. Let's get into Indy and if Rob apparently wished that more harm was done to this dog. I don't know.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, yeah.
Oh geez. Okay, so the movie opens up in like a dark house. We got Indy the dog, who is, I wrote this down. He is a Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever.
Holy mackerel! Wow. Okay.
Wow,
All
that's a
right.
mouthful.
I would have
It's a
thought
mouthful.
looking at her, she's like some type of like retriever, like a golden retriever or something like that. I guess I don't
Right.
know,
Yeah.
but I'm like a dog expert.
No, I keep calling him a she too. I can't. Indy, she just looks like a girl dog. I don't know.
Well, it's
I
such
don't
kind of an androgynous name. Yeah, Indy.
Yeah,
It could
yeah. It
be
could be
Indy,
either way.
you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Cindy.
Yeah.
It could be Indiana. You never know what
Yeah.
it's short
Mhm.
for.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So Indy wakes up from a nap because he hears something, and his owner, who is Todd, suddenly starts like dripping blood out of his mouth. So we're talking like 30 seconds. I don't know, a minute into
Mhm.
the movie, and I am on Discord with these guys. Like, I figured out this whole movie.
Wait,
I
you
was
figured it
so
out from
bummed
just the
at this
opening
point.
of him dripping
Yeah.
blood?
Yep.
You're a fucking liar. There's no
I'm
fucking
not a
way.
fucking liar.
How
I'm
do
not.
you? Is that because you know the premise and then you see this, or like I don't understand how you know from that alone?
I don't know why, but as soon as I saw that, I just put the connection to like, oh, this is all going to be, these aren't actual like ghosts or aliens or whatever we thought when we saw the preview. I was like, no, no,
Hmm.
no, this is death. This is death coming towards him, and the dog sees death. And
Hmm.
the
Interesting.
movie that went through my mind when I saw this opening scene was Babadook. How at the end of Babadook, we're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this was all like symbolism for her depression.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first thing I thought of. Like, this is all
Hmm.
symbolism for death.
Yeah, I
and
kind
death
of picked
coming
up on
for
that
him.
pretty soon. Yeah,
Wow.
like I think by like you see these apparitions come out of nowhere from the corners of and the shadows,
Yeah.
and then they're like literally pairing it with him, just coughing up blood and getting worse. So like, yeah, you
Yeah.
kind of put two and two together.
All right. Well, you two deserve a dog treat because you guys nailed it. I didn't fucking. I
These are
didn't
gonna
fucking.
be so cheesy.
I didn't think that like right away. Like I definitely thought that, but in the next like 15 minutes when they start really like laying it on thick, but not right away
Yeah.
though. Not right away. I wasn't thinking that, but okay. All right. Let's continue then. Let's
All right.
continue.
All right. So anyway, so Todd's sick, right? He's got blood coming out of his mouth. And so then his sister Vera, who they never really show, they actually really never even show him in his face that much.
Yeah.
Because obviously this whole movie is shot like it's kind of Indy's POV, right? But Vera arrives to the house and like immediately calls 911 and is calling for help because he's sick. The next scene is footage
like a montage.
like home videos, yeah, montage
Yeah.
of Indy from a puppy to now. And now he's with Vera and they're outside of the hospital and Todd gets out of the hospital.
Mhm.
So Todd and Indy are reunited. It's super cute. And then Todd is taking Indy like upstate to his grandfather who has past his house. And he's on this phone call with his sister Vera and telling her, like, all right, we're going to go stay at grandpa's house. And she is just like, what the hell are you doing? That house is haunted. Bad things happen there. See, even in this scene, I was like, I didn't think there was anything else coming, which really bummed me out for the rest of the movie. I don't know. When you guys heard that scene, like her saying, like, "Oh, the house is haunted," like Rob, were you like, "Oh, sweet, like we're gonna get some ghosts"? And
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she literally said the house is haunted. So yeah, why would I not think there's a ghost in this house? You know? I mean, do you guys feel like the not the actress, but the character in the movie, the sister, was like kind of annoying? Or do you think like
I
you
don't.
in that situation you would be the same person to like be like nagging all the time? You know what I mean?
Um. Yeah, I mean, I think every scene she's in, she is kind of nagging him,
Hmm.
so that's unfortunate. For me, I just didn't know if I loved the acting, and so it's hard for me
Oh,
to
yeah.
answer that because was it the character or was it the acting?
Yeah, that's like my big thing through like a lot of this movie is like Indy is great. The dog is
Yeah.
like awesome, like one of the best dog performances I've ever seen in a movie.
Absolutely.
Like, and
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
sense that they shot it over 3 years and the way they did it and getting natural reactions. Like, it all felt so natural because it is natural.
Hmm.
But
I
yeah,
was starting to
the
think like some of it was like AI driven because it just looked too good. But when I looked closer, yeah, it
Hey,
was
you
yeah.
just a
never know
really
now.
great like trained
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then to the negative, like you have like the other two characters in the movie is pretty much the main guy in this movie and then a voice, and neither one of them are
Oh,
not
it's
good. Like coming
right.
from me
Yeah.
now, an actor, I've
Yeah.
been in my
Rob's
short
an actor
film.
now.
I kind of like I'm able to say that now, just being like, if I think I'm watching something and I think I could do that or maybe better, then that's not a great bar because I don't think I'm good at all. But yeah, a lot of the dialogue just felt very much like I'm just reading lines on a
He-
script.
So here, this is the way that I picked up on that too. But like, here's how I got over that. Like a lot of the things that they talk about over the phone, or even like when Todd is talking to Indy, he's like incredibly expositional. He's like literally like
Yeah.
telling, like just laying out the story through
Yeah.
talking to his dog. But then I thought, to me that kind of works because sometimes we talk to our pets that way, like they're dumb,
I
or we
do.
just like talk to like
Yeah.
simple. We just have
Mm.
simple conversations, and like if someone were to overhear us, it would sound like we're reading from a script. So like, I know that's not like how they intended it, but I don't know. I kind of like convinced myself it
Mm.
worked that way.
Or do you
Yeah.
guys think that this is all from a dog's perspective? So this is what a dog hears actually.
Well,
A
that could
dog only
be.
hears people talking in monotone voices with no emotion, you know?
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
I'm
we're
joking. It's
going
not.
on like a little vacation tomorrow, and I've
Mm.
literally been telling Kona all day, like, "Do you want to go on vacation? We're going on vacation tomorrow." I've
Right.
told her that like 100 times, and she's like,
Mhm.
I mean, she loves the word "go" anywhere,
Mhm.
so she's like, "Oh my
Okay. All
god,
right.
this is great."
All
Yeah,
right. So let's continue. Let's
you're
continue.
right.
Let's continue. Let's
All right, so
continue.
let's
All right.
continue. So Farrah's like, this is a bad idea. Todd's getting pissed. He's like, we're doing this. And so they get to the house, and Indy's scared. Indy is scared of the house, like, won't
Well,
go in right
because
away.
already when Todd pulls up to the gate,
Oh,
I
that's
really like the
right.
shot.
Yeah.
Todd pulls up to the gate. He's
Oh
on the
yeah.
phone. He's on the phone outside
Yeah.
with Vera. It's raining, and Indy's in the car. And Indy is like hearing something or sensing something, and she like turns around and looks through the back seat of the car, through the back window, and it's raining, and there's like the red tail lights lighting up in red, and all you see is like a shadowy like figure standing there.
Yeah.
And it's like, the music is really good, sound design is really good in this movie, and it is creepy, it's eerie, and then the windshield
It
wipers are
is.
going, and then like the windshield wiper goes and it goes back, and then like it's gone, it's not there anymore. So
Hmm.
like Indy's already like sensing something, that there's something going on here, some type of presence. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's not happy to be at this house.
And you're right. That scene was really cool. And it gave me like Mothman and Sign vibes. I,
Oh
I,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
really liked
Hmm.
all the scenes
Yeah.
that had like
Yeah.
the dark figure in
Oh,
them.
100%.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, Todd eventually does get Indy inside. And he's like walking around the house and he's pretty hesitant about it. He does see the figure again, like at the bottom of their stairwell. And the other thing that Indy sees is or actually no, this doesn't happen yet. Todd is watching, he's watching a lot of old home videos, and
His
so
grandpa.
he's watching videos of his grandpa, the one that lived in this house. And his grandpa had a dog, like a regular golden retriever, named Bandit. And so yeah, at one point Indy actually starts to see like Bandit's, I guess there are ghosts in this movie. Starts to see Bandit's spirit. I forgot all about this already.
Yeah, I know.
Spirit.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah.
if you're talking about your theory, Laura, which is like
Yeah.
what she's actually seeing is like death coming for him or the sickness coming for him. Like, why would she
still
be
think
seeing?
that's
Why why would she be seeing this fucking random dog running around the house? Like,
Well, because I
that's
guess
true.
two things can be true at once, right? Like I do think that he's seeing Bandit's spirit, but
So Bandit
I
is a
don't-
ghost, but
Bandit's a ghost.
the other thing is not a ghost.
Yeah, the other thing's dead.
I just want the grandpa to show
I
up
think.
too, like pantsless, and be like, "Hey, I'm here too, everybody. Don't forget about me."
Wait, why pantsless?
I don't know. He's an
missed
old
this
man.
part of
He's
the
an old
movie?
man. He forgot
Oh.
his pants
I
towards
was
the
like,
end.
did he like drop trowel at one point and I missed it?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe so. Yeah, probably.
Oh,
That's what he did
good.
in that basement. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, anyway, so
Okay,
the
all right,
next
all right.
day, Todd takes Indy into the woods, and there's like a family cemetery like at this house. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that is pretty fucking creepy, I guess. And at one point, Indy's like alone, and a man dressed in like this black.
This is pretty creepy. This was pretty creepy.
Yeah.
When we first rolled up, yeah.
Yeah,
It was-
because it's like
Can someone
Indy's.
explain what he's wearing? Like,
So
I don't know.
it's camo.
Yeah, I mean it is camo, but like what it is like
up
Indy is
camo.
like Indy is like sitting there, and she's like wincing a bit because I think Todd like walked away for a second, and then you see like the shot of her face, and in the background you see kind of the same figure you saw in the beginning, this like figure, this dark figure like standing back there in the woods, and you're like, oh shit, this must be the shadow, and then it starts like getting closer and closer, you know, and then like Indy turns around, and it's just like, I don't know, like I said, like a guy, like a hunter wearing like a full black, like, I guess it would be camo, but it's all black, and it has like this like tatted, like, or what is the right word? Not tatted, but the right like feathered like things hanging off of it. To me, I immediately thought of the dominatrix guy from People Under the Stairs, like all leather. He's the dominatrix daddy from People Under the Stairs. That's what I thought, because it was like the same exact outfit. You know, it was like crazy.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the guy like whistles at Indy, is like, good boy, like come here or something like that. And then like Todd like walks up and he's like, oh, hello or whatever. And the guy's like, what does the guy say? He's like, oh, you're big now. Like, is that Mr. Johnson or whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
says? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's just like a hunter, I guess, that his grandpa knew or something like that.
He's like the
I
neighbor.
mean, he's a neighbor. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's like an older neighbor. I think his name was like Richard. And once Todd realizes he knows them, they just start talking about how, you know, Todd and Indy are living here now. And then, I mean, but the guy tells him two important things. One was just like, oh yeah, I remember when we like found your grandpa, like when he died. But then he makes the comment like, oh, his dog Bandit, we never found the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at that,
That
and
was
then
important.
and then at that same moment, Indy is like looking inside this like hollowed out log, and you see like some skulls in there, and then like two like glowing beady eyes are in the darkness. And I thought in that moment that's supposed to be the dog, like it's supposed to be the other dog that they didn't find. That's what I thought in the moment, but like we'll get to
It was
that
just a
later.
fox, right?
What? Don't spoil it, Laura. Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Man.
know that was spoiling anything. Okay.
You're spoiling everything in this movie. You're like, this guy's not
I'm
even dead. There's no
sorry.
fucking ghost. There's not even a fox. Like, you're just like spoiling everything left and right in this movie. We didn't even say spoilers in the beginning. Oh my god, what has happened in this episode? We all need to go to heaven. We all need to go to heaven.
Apparently, I'm not going there after
No,
tonight.
Laura's not going. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So it's like another nighttime scene, and Indy's seeing all sorts of shit and like sensing shit in the house. And this is where he finally sees Bandit's spirit. And he's like kind of guiding him up the stairs, and takes Indy to the spot where the Bandit's bandana, say that 10 times fast, is like behind a TV or something or whatever.
It's like under a dresser.
The
or
dresser.
something.
Or like a dresser. Yeah. And Indy like gets to it. He goes under the dresser, and then when he like touches the bandana, he sees all this scary shit. I mean,
It's
that was
like
actually like
yeah.
one of the most horrifying scenes, actually.
He sees like what, like rocks crumbling, like the basement it looks like, and then
Yeah.
like
Well, then there's that cool
mud.
shot where it like zooms into his eyeball, and through the
Oh,
reflection, you
You
finally
see
see
the
like that mud
hand.
hand come out.
that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's like one of
Very
the best.
science.
There is a couple good jump scares in this movie, like legit jump scares. One is the
Yeah.
reflection of his eyeball, like
Hmm.
you're zooming in on Indy's eyeball as he's like thinking or seeing something, and you're seeing a doorway and like a basement with like
Right.
rocks. And then it's just
Yeah.
like zooming in and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then it's just like this like dark figure just goes "Ooh," like right towards the camera, and then it cuts to like Indy waking up.
It was very reminiscent of like that scene in Signs where you're looking through the TV glass reflection
Oh,
and like
yes.
the alien is getting
Yes.
close to it. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Yeah,
Really good shot. Really creative.
yeah.
And I would say at this point, like Todd's health is getting worse. So I mean, at this point, Rob,
Yeah.
you have to be like, yeah, this guy's dying.
Well, I mean, I know he's
Yeah.
sick.
Okay.
I'm not like oblivious to be like, wait, is he a ghost? Like fucking stupid or something, you know? But yeah, I know he's sick, you know, because they also
Yes.
like the sister was also commenting too in the beginning when they were watching VHS, like. I mean, you could say Greg, very expositional, pretty much
Yeah.
being like, oh, you know, you're living in Grandpa's haunted house, and this house was haunted, and like, is Grandpa weird in the video? Like, he got weird at the end, and this and that, and so it's like that type of stuff. But I thought it was kind of crazy for the fact that the sister like knows he's sick. She knows the brother is sick. He's been in the hospital. I think she even texts him in the beginning, right when they're waiting to go into the house, like, did it come back? I assume they're talking about cancer or whatever his sickness was. So she's like, she knows. But then when they're talking on the phone in the moment, when they're watching the grandpa video, she says like, she's talking about the grandpa and how the grandpa got sick. And she says like, oh yeah. Or she asked him like, does grandpa look like sad in the videos? He was sick. And Todd is like, no, grandpa looks happy, whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, people of that generation, you know, that's how they were. Even though they're rotting from the inside, like that's how they were. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like she knows that like Todd is sick and
Yeah.
kind of rotting from the inside, and to even use those words, I thought was like kind of fucked up.
Right.
But and I get it, like it's written on the page that way to like really emphasize what's happening. But like as a person, as like this sister, I just thought
Like
like
you wouldn't say that.
you would
Yeah.
not
Right.
say that at all. Especially
That's true.
she seems to really care for him and want him to
Yeah.
be healthy and fixed. And I'm like, that was like not the right word choice somebody would actually use in that situation, I thought.
Yeah.
It kind of like threw me back to be like, oh my God, what the hell?
I don't even remember hearing her say. I know the scene you're
I
talking
don't
about. I don't remember
remember
her
seeing
saying that, but like that's vile, dude. I
It
would
is.
never,
It was like
I would
really like
never
fucked
say
up.
to somebody who's got cancer, like,
Yeah.
hey, like by the way, you're rotting from the inside. That's
Yeah,
wild.
I thought it was like pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forget. So you said like Todd is getting sicker now.
Yeah, he's getting sicker. They imply so he like leaves for an entire day. And oh, this scene actually hurt me the most just because like I always feel bad when dogs are home alone for like 12 hours.
They just like sit in a window
without
for
going
20 hours.
out, and,
Right.
like, oh, yeah. So I was really sad because, you know, he's just like staring out the window waiting. And then when Todd gets back, he's got like a bandage on his hand. So I assumed he was like gone getting chemo, right? Like, so that's when I was like,
Something,
oh,
yeah.
he must have like
Mhm.
lung cancer, right?
Something.
So he's
Right.
super sick that night. He's like wheezing and coughing. And, you know, Indy's trying to comfort him and he's getting more and more aggressive with him. And it's just like, leave me alone. And so Indy's like kind of sitting at the by the foot of the bed, and he has another dream. He has a dream. He's like walking through the family cemetery and sees like the dark figure. The dark figure comes up behind him. And when he wakes up from this nightmare, he actually sees Todd. Todd is sleepwalking, and he's walked, I think, downstairs,
Yeah.
and is banging his head just like he's asleep, but banging it on a door and like
Yeah. Like the
bleeding.
basement door.
To the basement. Yeah.
Yeah. I immediately thought of the M. Night movie with the grandparents in this moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the
No.
visit. I immediately thought of that. I thought he was going to start running around the house naked too. So, but that didn't happen either. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Todd's like so fucked up. And I kind of forget the order of some of these scenes, but you know, there's like one scene where Todd wakes up and he's given Indy some love, and then he starts like to hold Indy too tightly. And it's so sad because it's like to the point where Indy has to bite him to get him
Yeah.
to like release him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just Todd yelling at him again, which I understand the director said there was like nothing that was done that caused this dog any harm. But how do you in a
Well,
scene like
no.
yell
There is
at a
one scene,
dog?
yeah, it's a scene where Indy's trying to like comfort him, I think after the chemo stuff when he's laying in the bed, and Indy like
Mhm.
keeps doing it, and then at the very end, like the Todd guy is like, "Get the fuck away from me," and like pushes the
Yeah.
dog's face.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, that was
Like
like,
he kind of like grabs her shoulders and shoves
yeah,
her like away. I'm like, yeah, that was a little much, but
yeah. I
Yeah.
called the CPA. I called, I called check in on this dog. Yeah.
Uh, okay, so and then this is actually, you know what? This will be a good conversation topic. Indy has another dream. Indy dreams this whole movie. And in this dream, he's dreaming of the grandpa, like the dying grandpa. And
oh right,
again,
right.
the like weird dark figure, it's getting more and more clear, like the more he sees it, and it's covered in mud. And
Yeah.
then yeah, when Indy wakes up, or no, when Todd wakes up, he sees Indy covered in mud. So I don't know. I guess you could
Because
say like the ghost got him, but
well,
I'm sure he probably just went out and got
well,
him.
because I honestly I don't think this was a dream. I think like this like happened actually. This is the
You
scene
think
where
a
like
mud man like grabbed Indy and covered him in mud?
no. Well, I think in this moment, like I think Indy wakes up in the middle of the night and she hears something downstairs, and she goes downstairs and like the basement door is open, and
Mm,
she goes to the foot of it, and it's just dark down there, and she hears somebody saying, "Come here, boy." Come here, boy.
All right.
Like whistling and telling her to come into the darkness. And she eventually goes
yeah,
down, and then like fucking I think the door shuts or whatever, and then I think Todd finds her the next morning behind the door all covered in mud.
yeah,
So like I think she
yeah. That
actually
tracks.
did like 'cause I don't know what's a dream and what's like not a dream, but
That's
like
actually like, I mean, I did like this movie in a lot of ways, but like one of the things that didn't make sense is like what is actually like it'll cut in the middle of Indy doing something, like getting into trouble. And then in the very next scene, we get like no explanation. So it's hard to tell like what's real or what's not. Like maybe that's the point, you know? But like this was one of them where I'm like, okay, like normally what you would see, for example, like in the Babadook or some other movies where the creature finally like gets a hold of the character, right? And if it ever cuts to the next scene, what's obvious is that oh, it got possessed by the creature that got to it. But that's not what happened. Like the next scene, like he's like showering Indy off, like
Yeah,
showering the mud off. I'm like, and then you're thinking, well, did it actually get to her? Did it not? What happened? And they don't really explain it all that much.
yeah.
yeah. It is a fucked up scene though when he's like washing Indy off from the mud,
Oh,
and then he starts
yeah,
Oh
coughing. He
yeah,
like coughs up, spits up blood like all over Indy. That was
right.
like another scene where I was like, oh man, that's kind of fucked up, you know?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah,
fucked up. And I think
yeah,
after that scene, he takes Indy, to the doctor with him.
yeah.
And that's when you hear the doctor say like, "You are past the point of any treatment. Like, there's nothing more we can do for you there."
Hmm.
And so they go back home, and Todd is just so sick. He's like in a daze, and he faints, and he's like seizing, right? And so
Hmm.
that's when Indy is like, I need to save my owner. And so he figures out a way to like climb out a window. And
Oh,
I think
okay. I
he's
didn't remember
trying to
that. Hmm.
run, I think he's trying to
And to
run
get
to the
help.
neighbor's house.
Run to the
Yeah, to
neighbor.
get
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But he gets caught in one of the neighbor's fucking box traps.
Hmm.
And so Todd like recovers him, I guess, but is mad at him, which I'm
Well, this
so
is like,
fucking mad at this
well,
guy.
this is where I was confused too. So, like Greg said, um, I can't remember. There is a scene somewhere in this movie. I'm trying to remember what the scene is, but there's some type of scene that happens where like Todd actually like goes into the basement, and
Mhm.
then after that, he's like not himself. He seems like he's possessed now. I just can't remember what
Really?
specifically is the scene, but this is like yeah, after that. Because then when he finds Indy in the fox snare, he like gets him and like brings him back home, but it's just like super like pissed off.
Yeah,
And
he's pissed.
he seems like a different person. He
And
seems to me
it
like he's
also doesn't
possessed.
it doesn't even make sense that you explained to me like he walked very casually out and knew where to find her, but just moments ago he was like getting convulsing and being
Yeah,
attacked
he was
with like a locked door. Like something didn't like add up. That's why.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I think I mean from my perspective of like a spirit, a ghost watching this movie is like, not like sickness stuff, but like it's
Mhm.
like the possession scene. It's like he got attacked by the spirit and it's like possessed him now. That's what I took it as, and that's why he's like acting completely different now.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Because yeah, he gets Indy back and he like chains her up outside to like a
Oh,
dog house,
yeah.
and even like the way he's walking, he's fucking like barefoot, like no jacket in the rain, almost walking like a zombie, and then just
Hmm.
like gives her like food and just like walks back and this and that, like seems completely like pissed off. Um,
I don't know, guys. I think he's just really sick, and that can
I
be
know that. I know that,
aggressive.
Laura. I'm just
Right.
trying to say, like, I'm trying to, like, for when you watch this movie, you're like, I don't know. We're all not fucking Laura. We all didn't figure it out 5 minutes into this movie. All right. Like, I'm
Figured out
just
in like 30
saying,
Greg
seconds.
did.
yeah. Well, yeah, okay.
It took
Two,
me like one scene. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, as like somebody, I'm trying to be like the naysayer here to tell you guys, like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this is like, as like perspective of like a ghost. This is like spiritual, like possession
Sure.
part. Laura, you're a fucking asshole.
So I mean, also, but remember, it's POV the dog, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're seeing what the dog sees. This is just how the dog sees it. It doesn't mean it's actually happening.
Well, that's like what I
Oh,
think
wow. Now
to
you're
to
getting
me, this is how I kind of interpret it, right? Like I don't think that the dog was actually seeing these like hallucinating things. It was just that like if you're a dog, like think how a dog they're intelligent creatures, right? But it's not like they understand the concept of death outside of like if your owner is being attacked and they're under distress, like, dogs can sense that from their owners. Like, this is clearly a thing, but it
Yeah.
doesn't understand, like, oh, he's got lung cancer. My thing is, like, I think it's seeing these creatures as, like, that's how it interprets the threat to its
Yeah.
owner's life. Like, it sees things, they don't understand it. And
Right.
I don't think it's like an actual ghost. It's just like interpreting his illness, and like well, we'll talk about what happens to him, but like as like an external
Yeah.
predator,
Hmm.
because like that's literally the only narrative that a dog has for like losing control over their owner's health, right? That they're desperate to protect. So, that's kind of how I saw the, but like it could be a demon, like could be it could be doing.
Yeah, it could be, I guess. I
Could be, yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Well,
Right.
let's
I'm
let's
right.
bring this home. We're almost at the
All
end, I
right, all right,
guess.
yeah.
So Indy's chained up outside in the rain in his doghouse. It's super sad, and he is sensing and seeing from like up in the window that Todd is like super sick, and what seems like being like fully attacked by these like
Oh yeah.
apparition mud
Completely, he
monsters.
really is being attacked. It's really a demon. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Just say
Okay,
it.
maybe he's being attacked by a demon. I don't know. So he breaks free from the chain
Hmm.
and is able to get inside the house from the like outside what's it called, like basement or whatever.
Hmm.
And actually this is where you first see Bandit's skeleton, I believe. So now you're like, oh shit, like that dog was there.
Yeah,
There's that
they
skeleton.
kept saying throughout the movie, like, yeah, nobody found the dog, nobody found the dog,
Yeah.
and even like in the beginning of this movie, when Indy is going into the house and Todd's
Mhm.
opening the door, he hears
It's like a
whimpering.
muffled, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he looks down and it's coming from like this like outdoor, I don't know, like a basement entryway. It's
Yeah.
almost like a whatever called like a bunker type of entryway, and he hears like that in there. So like at this point, yeah, like those doors are open now. Again, who opened the doors? Wasn't Todd.
Oh god.
Spirit.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe Indy has a bit of the shine. Maybe it's like the shine.
The shot.
Maybe. So
Yeah.
Indy rushes past this bandit skeleton through,
Yeah.
through the basement, and then he rushes upstairs, and then he's like trying to help Todd, and Todd seems kind of okay for a minute, and then really crazy scene where Todd turns around and sees his dead body is in the bed. Like Todd has died,
Yeah.
and now this is
Mm,
Todd's like spirit that
Right.
has died.
mhm.
But yeah, Greg, I think you're right. Like how this is all how India is processing this, right? And so, but the entity is still there and it's coming for Todd's soul. like the cancer entity, I guess. I don't know.
No,
Or
real
maybe just a
entity.
ghost.
Real
Just
entity.
real
Yeah.
entity. Okay.
Real entity.
And so it drags Todd back down into like the cellar or basement or whatever, and
Well,
Indy's
like
chasing after him.
one thing too is like the way that it drags him. Like this is why I think like the I bet you what probably happened like when he died was that he was probably convulsing, like maybe grabbing his throat or like, choking or doing something. But the way that the dog
Yeah.
interpreted choking is what it knows, which is a collar and a chain. Like that's
Hmm.
the lens through it
Oh,
interprets
it did
like
use a chain,
danger.
right?
And like it
Yeah.
was like around his neck, I thought. And
Maybe.
like dragging him into the basement. So like that's what made me think, yeah, it's just interpreting it like how a dog sees things.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's spot on. So it's like pulling Todd in or whatever, and Indy's trying to like pull Todd back and like not fight this entity, but just trying to save Todd as much as he can. But
Yeah.
Todd knows what's going on, right? He accepts his fate. And so he just tells Indy, like, you're a good dog, but like you can't save me. And then at that scene, his face like melts into this mud
Yeah,
monster
it's like a
Yeah.
bullshit.
weird transition.
Yeah.
And do you think this
Yeah.
symbolizes like him accepting death and like I mean he's already dead, but accepting something and then
Yeah.
he like transforms into the Mon Monster?
Well, because I mean, they do say like scientifically, it does take like a few minutes, right? Like your body, even when you die, there's still certain things that are like shutting down.
Hmm.
So I do feel like that tracks, like maybe Indy can still sense that he's there, but he's not. And then this was his body like fully
Hmm.
just dying.
Yeah, Mike,
Hmm.
my thinking is that I don't think that he actually died in the bedroom, even though you see a spirit. But I think maybe he like as he was dying in the process of it, he like made his way down to the basement.
Oh,
Mm,
really?
And
Oh,
like maybe that's
interesting.
where he like fully just collapsed and died.
Huh.
yeah. Yeah. That's
Interesting.
too.
Yeah, because he turns into like the Mud Monster and then he like goes to like a skeleton, right?
Well, the mud monster
Yeah.
comes out and it kind of like it. This seems straightforward. Like it touches him and he starts to turn into like a mud monster.
Yeah.
Meaning, like I
Hmm.
think that's clear. Like he's becoming like part of the earth. Like he's dying. He's going back to
I
like
love that you guys picked up that thing I said. Oh, this is so great.
Oh, Mud Monster. Okay, yeah.
I made it a
Um,
thing.
yeah, because what I was confused too. So like, why the mud? Why mud? Why is it like a mud man and a mud monster? Like, why does that like mean something? Is it because it was like the basement? Like,
I have a
does that
theory.
mean
Like my
something?
theory about it is like it's like what you mentioned, Rob, earlier when his sister was calling him and she said that thing about like boomers or what did she say? Something like okay, like our the older generations they didn't when they had issues or they had problems, they would kind of like internalize it and like not ask for help. That's
Yeah.
kind of what the grandpa
Hmm.
did, right?
Yeah.
He isolated himself and he didn't get help and he just fucking died there. So I think like they're pointing to this like sense of like isolation. Like you, if you isolate and you don't ask for help, you're too proud or whatever, and you put yourself into a corner, you're gonna die there. So like to me, the mud was like that was like symbolic, right? Like mud,
Yeah.
it's heavy, it's like suffocating. You
Mm.
can't like when it gets you, you can't outrun it, and like that's just kind of like what happens when you isolate. That's how I saw that.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And then what about like, what's the connection to the grandpa? Did the grandpa like also have like some type of cancer and he just died of
Yeah.
cancer?
I don't think they said. Did they say how
They
he
didn't
Well,
died?
he
say.
was
They
like
didn't
wheezing
say,
and
but
coughing. So I think it's
in
just
the video.
implied that they both maybe had the same like lung cancer. Maybe it's
Because
like
I
that.
know at one
Mm.
point when Todd is walking through the graves in the beginning of the movie, they have the another exposition scene where he's like, "Oh yeah, my whole family is buried here. They all died
Yeah,
young. They all died young." And to me it's saying like, "Oh, this like runs in his family, I guess." Like
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, maybe it's
ancestors,
like
the
a
cancer.
hereditary thing.
Something like that. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. I just like do because there's like a couple of flashback scenes, like you said, Laura, where like Indy is seeing the dog's vision, what happened to like the other dog, and he sees like the
Yeah.
grandpa in like the attic in a chair, like bleeding from the mouth, and the
Mm.
grandpa is like run or whatever, and then so I'm just like I'm trying to think like the connection to the grandpa because it seems like a big connection. I'm just trying to like make the connection in my mind of like what it means,
I
you
just think
know?
they had the same ailment and they both had a dog and they both lived alone. And like
Yeah.
you reminded me of that scene where he's saying run. I think he was probably trying to save his dog, like run
Yeah.
away, Like, don't stay here with me and then wither away and die. And that's exactly what happened to Bandit, right?
Yeah, I guess
Could have
so.
gotten out of the house. He could have run to the neighbor's house,
Yeah.
I guess. So,
That's
so
I think
anyway,
like
now
that makes sense
oh,
because
sorry.
like right like you right because it's like sometimes like love is staying with someone who's like dying, but sometimes it's fighting, but then like sometimes it also means just walking away so that person or the
Yeah.
dog who survives can keep going. That was kind of like I think that's how they tie it to the ground because they're trying to contrast not his fate with his grandpa's. I think they're trying to contrast Indy's fate with Bandit's fate.
Bandit's fate?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
Oh,
Indy's the main
jeez.
character.
Yeah.
Like even though the
Yeah, yeah,
guy's
no, I
here,
agree. That's true.
like
Hmm.
what like Bandit basically that I think that's why they showed the skeleton. It stuck around to be with the grandpa as he was dying, but then in doing so, he stayed down there and died too.
Hmm.
Too long. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that kind of
Yeah.
ties into the next scene. So the next scene, it's like the following morning. Like Indy hasn't gone anywhere, still down there, and Vera arrives, and to get Todd, and you hear her crying, and so she opens up like the doors, and finds Indy down there, and she's like calling to Indy, and Indy hesitates, like keeps looking back to where Todd's spirit or body or whatever lies.
Hmm.
And even like I think don't you like hear a whistling sound? And
Yeah, I think it's like the same calling, like
yeah,
calling in the dark.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so like Indy makes a decision because I can't end up like Bandit.
Hmm.
And then decides to run up and be with Vera and go home with her.
Hmm. And that's like pretty much how it ends, right?
That is how it ends.
Right.
Although
Hmm.
there is like the credits, like very somber credit scene where Indy's probably in the car with Vera and they're going back to her house, I assume, and he's just got his little head sticking out the window and he's just so sad. And
He's actually not with Vera though. Because did you guys watch through the whole credits?
I did not know.
no.
Through the
What
whole
happens?
credits, it's like you said, it's Indy looking out the window in some type of a car, and you assume
Yeah.
it's Vera, unless this is just a fuck up. But then at the very end, it's a male voice, say "good boy." So I
Oh.
don't know, I
Oh.
don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Interesting.
Maybe this is fucking all in Indy's head. Maybe Indy dreamt it all. I don't know, and Todd's fine. I have no idea.
This is
I
all
don't
one big
know.
nightmare. This dog just has all
Could
these
be.
crazy nightmares.
Could be.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow. I'm
Unless
gonna have
like
to watch this now. That's
unless like
crazy.
I couldn't I probably would need to watch it again to listen to a voice. Is it Todd's voice? Is it the old neighbor? Maybe Vera gave the neighbor guy the dog.
Well,
I
wait
don't
a
know,
second.
but
Maybe like the whole thing that we keep dancing around is like, do dogs see spirits when we don't?
mm, hmm
And I do think that's true. Like maybe not even maybe, Indy is seeing spirits. It's seeing Bandit's spirit, right? So
yeah.
maybe
Hmm.
now sensing Todd's spirit because Todd's passed on.
Oh, so you're
And
saying like at the
hearing
very end, it was just like Todd's
like
spirit,
he's in the
like
car with Vera, but he's just
he's
hearing
stuck in the car.
Todd saying like good boy because he made the right decision. He went with her,
So it's
right?
like so it's the opposite. So it's like, like usually when like a relative passes away, they come visit you. And this one, Todd passes away and he's just gonna stay beside this dog forever. That's what his spirit's gonna
No,
do.
but just
Oh,
like
okay.
quick visit, a quick good boy. Indy is
Oh,
a good
interesting.
boy.
He was a good boy. Yeah, he was a good boy. Yeah. I mean, this started the
Yeah.
movie.
He was the star of the
Yeah.
whole show. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The only reason I kept watching, besides all the exposition. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so what do you want to talk about now, Laura? Is that it?
Well, that's
Do
the
you want?
movie. So
That's the movie. Well, that's the movie.
that's
Uh,
all he wrote.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty clear how we feel about this movie. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say at best there is a mix of like supernatural and symbolism with the specifically like the apparitions and the mud monster being like death, like coming for
hmm
Todd, but then Indy, a dog, does sense spirits.
Yeah, I think you're not supposed to like know know the quote unquote twist like 5 minutes into the movie probably, but Laura and Greg here are fucking geniuses, so they like figured it out that fast, I
It's
guess.
really
But
it's not hard, Rob.
I know it's not
Scene
hard.
literally
Honestly,
starts
like
with
look,
like
Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah,
guy
yeah.
looks like he's like maybe 30
I know, I
years
know, I
old
know.
and he's
Hmm.
got blood coming out of his mouth. Like,
I'm not
nah.
I'm not saying it took me to the very end to be like, "Oh my God, wait a second." Like
Yeah.
for me, it's when they're at it's within 10 minutes. When they're at the gate and she's talking about like being sick and this and that and she says like, "Did it come back?" I knew then what's going to happen, but I wasn't immediately like you guys in like 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
The way that I kind of intuited it very quickly was like deduction. Like, okay, if you see like a dark humanoid shaped apparition, like what beef does a ghost have with a dog? Like dogs are like the most innocent creature. So it
Right.
was never after the dog to begin with.
It
It was
wasn't.
it was
Yeah.
after him, and then the way he's like coughing up blood, I'm like, oh well,
Hmm.
death, right?
Yeah.
And you're
That's why I'm
so
wearing this
true.
outfit.
Like, there is no
Hmm.
scene. It might scare Indy, get close to Indy, but it doesn't actually physically like drag Indy or like cause any harm to the dog. So, yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
definitely not after the dog at all.
That was one of my negatives, though. Like, I wanted to see the dog fighting a freaking demon in this movie. That's what I wanted
Oh
to
my
see.
You want
God.
to see him
I
go
did
to
not
heaven?
know where you
That's
were
what you
going with
want.
that comment. I thought you were about to say you wanted to see like the dog get like fucked up by this.
No, 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 no,
Oh
no.
Oh,
I want the
boy.
dog. I mean, if they're having a fight, the dog has to be like, of course, like injured at some point, but like the dog has to prevail and like bite the demon's neck or something like that. Like, I thought this was like Indy's fighting a demon in this movie. I don't know what movie. I thought I was watching like a freaking Scott Snyder movie or something like that. I don't know.
I thought like
Yeah.
when you told us like about this movie and you said it was a movie that was being filmed from the perspective of the dog, I thought it would be like a first person shooter towards like you're behind his eyes and
Hmm.
you'd get
Mm.
like a Morgan Freeman voice or something like just like narrating his
Wait,
thoughts, but it
like
was
look who's talking? Like
exactly
a baby from Look Who's Talking? Oh wow,
right.
that's funny. Oh,
But it was
okay.
kind of cool how they did it, like showing over like the back shoulder. I don't know. Like that was, I think my favorite thing about this movie was all those shots. Like you mentioned, Rob, like the one where you're looking through the windshield and you see that figure through the rain. Like anytime there's like a shadow in the corner, or when you, and the thing is too, you're almost like always like at the, like you guys mentioned, at like the ground level,
Yeah.
and then whenever Todd is in the shot, if he's like in the foreground or background, he's like, first of all, he has like long hair, so you can't really see his expressions, right? And then like half the time he's wearing a hood,
Yeah.
and it's like, or he's like blurred in the background, or, while Indy's in front, or you're looking at him through the reflection of a TV. You don't really get a clear picture, and like I thought that was like such a cool gimmick because it really, I remember thinking, how are you gonna do this kind of movie? Is it gonna seem
Yeah.
gimmicky, even though it was a gimmick, and it didn't.
Yeah.
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 I'm kind of similar. Like when this preview came out, I I mean from the preview you don't know the guy's sick obviously, so I didn't think it was going to be
Oh,
symbolism. I thought that it was
thank
going
God
to be
Laura didn't know
like
that early. Yeah.
yeah, no, from the preview I truly was like okay. And that's why I kept
Yeah.
telling you guys like I'm going to hysterically cry in this movie because in my mind it was going to be like this dog and the owner was super close and then the owner is actually getting possessed by like an evil entity and then
Mm,
so not himself and starting to act evil towards the dog
mm,
and that just broke my heart because I'm like the point of view from the dog is going to be like I love this human more than anything in the world, more than my own life and I'm going to be loyal but like
Yeah.
it's not him right now and
yeah.
being aggressive towards me and scaring me and I was just like
No, that's what I
I'm not
wanted. Yeah,
ready
that's
to
what I
watch
wanted.
that.
That's what I wanted to see. That
I
was
mean
like
that
my
definitely would
I
have
was
been a
psyched.
stronger movie
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, and it would have wrecked me. It would have wrecked me. So
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Laura get wrecked. Yeah.
you wanted to see me whoa, oh, whoa. You wanted to see me show up to this podcast with just like mascara running down my cheeks,
Yeah.
hysterically
Maybe when we
swollen puppy eyes.
when we watch the other Good Boy movie, you'll be wrecked. You'll be wrecked for that movie.
That's in a different way, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's getting I think I don't know anything about it, but I've seen the trailer and somebody's getting wrecked in that movie one way or another. I know that.
Why does it sound like you're saying erect? I don't like it.
I'm pretty sure somebody was erect in that other movie too, yeah. All right, but on to, yeah, back to this
Okay.
movie. Yeah. So what do you, is that it? Are we going to do ratings, right? Ratings of this?
I mean, yeah, if you guys don't have any
Right.
more to add, then yeah.
Do you have
let's go
anything
there.
else to add, Greg?
No, that's good.
No. Yeah. Let's just wreck it. Let's
Greg's
wreck
like,
it.
no, I
Let's
just
wreck it.
watched All Dogs Go to Heaven and called it a night.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing? How many
Many dog biscuits?
how many mud monsters?
How many mud
I'm so
monsters? All right,
happy
I don't
that
care.
that stuck.
Mud monster. All right, okay,
Yeah.
mud monster. All right, how many mud monsters have you given this movie, and how muddy is your monster? Yeah,
Jeez. Well, why did that sound dirty?
it did sound dirty. I know.
Yeah, literally and
I gotta
figuratively.
try to find something
Yeah.
dirty to say in this episode. God, it took me an hour to get it in. So yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
whoa.
Now
What
you're
did
on a
you just?
roll. Jesus.
Gotta get it dirty. Gotta get it muddy. Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I need to shut up, Rob. So, Greg, can you tell me how many mud monsters you give this movie?
Yeah, I'll do three. Like I said, like the cinematography was so cool. Like my only thing was like it felt too like experimental. Like it like
Yeah.
ran for like just over an hour, which you would think it would feel short, but somehow it felt fucking long. Like it felt like it was a short concept that didn't get
Yeah.
fleshed out like the way that I would have hoped.
Yeah.
Like I wanted more answers. I wanted to be able to like conclude like what was going on, and I wanted to feel good about like the arc. It just kind of like went just straight down the whole time. But like so cool the way they filmed it, like the shadows, the lighting in that and Indy. Like yeah, give him her it an Oscar. Amazing.
Yeah.
Agree. All right, Rob.
That
Where
was
you
my turn
at?
again now. I'm allowed to talk now. All right.
Yeah.
Take him off
Yeah.
mute.
Yeah. I'm similar to Greg.
Unpause it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm similar to Greg. Like, I like the concept. I like the cinematography. I like Indy. All the scenes with her are like freaking awesome. But then when it comes to like the other characters, it's just kind of like fell flat like through a lot of
Yeah.
this. And then also like I'm not getting kind of what I thought I was gonna get, which is like an actual like possession movie, and like Indy like fighting a demon would be cool. Like it's just kind of like what left me like flat. And also the hype, like there was a lot of hype for this movie. Like everybody's loving it online, and so I kind of went in being like, wow, this is gonna be like really cool. And I was just like, like it was all right, it was okay. So I'm with Greg. I would say like a three. Yeah, three mud monsters. Yeah.
Well, I'm giving it a 2, and it's all for Indy. The 2 is all Indy. I think
Wow, a
Indy's a
two.
great actor, great training. God, Kona doesn't even have a lick of training compared to this dog. So, I mean, this dog is incredible. And also just like, the fact that just what we've learned about what went into making this movie and like how they did it. That's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched it, but I was pretty bored. Like, I think I said
Yeah.
snooze fest.
You weren't excited
So.
by that scene where the guy like crawls in the dog costume? Like that was amazing.
That
How were
is
you bored
another
by that?
movie we're gonna
It's
talk
gonna be
about.
it's gonna be our
Oh, okay.
next maybe movie we talk about
All right, all right.
back to back Good Boys.
Rob will
Oh
finally
no.
have his dream of trying to make dirty
Oh
jokes
my
with
God. Thank
dog
goodness.
puns.
Jeez. Come on.
Yeah,
All
so
right, that's
two
it.
two for Indy. Indy's a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's it. So subscribe, rate, review our podcast everywhere you listen, and follow and contact us on Instagram and TikTok at Conjecturing Pod. Please let us know what movies to keep doing. We've got a list started that actually came in from some people, right? So
Yeah. We
we're
got a
gonna
couple.
start.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So not
definitely want
not
to
a lot of
hear.
new ones, so we're gonna have to go back to
Yeah.
our oldies.
Yeah, we
Oldies but
definitely just
goodies.
want to do some ones that people recommend us watching and reviewing, whether it's old or new. Even if it's one we've like reviewed in the past, like it'd be cool to like talk about it again, like some movies we reviewed like years
That
ago.
would be
Um,
cool.
because
Yeah,
it'd be cool to like redo them. So yeah, throw it out there. We'll definitely talk about it and review it. So yeah,
I love that. A re-review.
yeah, that'd be
You're like,
sweet.
I was fucking stupid 4 years ago.
Yeah, like pick like your
Accurate at
one, pick
all.
like your worst rated, and then you have to rewatch that, or
Ooh,
your
did we
best.
try that though? I think we tried that once because I had to rewatch
It's all things killing
Tremors. Yeah.
Probably.
or Tremors.
Yeah.
Oh man. And Rob,
Yeah.
call out yourself. You got a short horror film out in the
Yeah.
universe,
Yeah, I
which
got
we
a horror
reviewed. Super
horror short
awesome.
film. Yeah, I got it out there. Cuddle. It's out there right now. We just like did a reaction to it. I think previous episode, so you can watch that. You can go watch the YouTube short film on Three Knock Productions YouTube channel. Also, if you have Screamify, it's a new like streaming app. We're streaming it over there as a short film. It's really cool to watch on like a TV. It's pretty cool to do that. So yeah, do that, and then just follow me on socials at the RL Rights, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, all that stuff, posting memes and stuff like that, and just say trying to have fun in the horror community.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. All right, that's it. Well, Everyone remember, horror is subjective, so conjecture away.
Peace. See you guys
Yeah.
later.